Alright, I got the stream started. Just gotta get it up on my phone real quick and we'll be on our way. There we go. Just gotta get it up on my phone real quick and yeah, it's fine. It's just a little bit of a delay. Nothing I can do about it though. I'll play online, because why not? How's everyone doing tonight? Personally, I'm just doing it. Not doing too well, not doing bad, really. Today was just a bit mentally taxing. Because, since it's Labor Day weekend, my mom decided to host a little bit of a party here, and, you know, that's okay. It's not my house. But personally, being an introvert and not liking to deal with drunk adults, I try to avoid a lot. And so my day was a bit uneventful, other than just going about doing menial party chores like taking out the trash or going to buy more bull crap. But I forgot where we left off. Based off of all this, I can only assume that we were in the forest. I killed the witches of Hemwick Charnel Lane earlier because during the party I did a little bit of material gathering off stream. I went into the Chalice dungeons even though I really didn't want to. I just went into them for a little while to get some upgrade materials for my scythe so I can use it and not have to worry about it. It now does more damage than my Saw Cleaver. At least stat-wise it does. That doesn't mean it's gonna do more overall damage, because the Saw Cleaver obviously is just faster when you're attacking. But nothing, I thought someone called me, but it's just my brother shouting. But now that the party's settled down and I've walked my dog for the last time today, I decided why not stream. Go ahead and fight some bosses and just chill. I never really looked at those enemies. Like, I knew there were snakes coming out of their heads, but I never really stuck around to look at the pattern or anything like that. Oh yeah, and I ran to Canehurst to get these clothes because I just like the way they look. Why else would you go somewhere to get clothes? And even on a better note, the one thing that was bothering me for a while finally came through. My sweater, my wolf sweater that I ordered about a week ago, almost more. It arrived yesterday. I didn't think they delivered the mail on Saturdays, but they do. And yesterday evening, I was walking my dog, and since no one gathered the mail, I figured there wasn't any, but I checked anyway. And there it was, just sitting there. Luckily no one took it. But strangely enough, it's made out of this weird silky material. Okay, I guess I can't walk through there. Yeah, it's like this weird silky material, almost like a pillowcase. Even still, it's probably going to be super warm if I wear that, say, with like my turtleneck, or even on its own, it'll probably just be super heated. So it's not like it's a bad material, it's just not what I was expecting. I'm gonna deal with the situation first before I continue talking. How are you still alive, bro? Die. Alright. As for how everything else is going gaming-wise and anime-wise, the stuff that I enjoy talking about, and not real-life parties, let's see. As far as animes go, we had a very fantastic episode of Vinland Saga. We finally got Thorfinn versus Thorkel, and as much as I love Thorfinn as a character, and all that rage he has on him, I knew for a fact he wasn't being Thorkel. I might be dead here. Yeah. That was a bit ridiculous damage-wise. Like, that was all at once. But yeah, we got Thorfinn versus Thorkel, and that was basically like Hulk versus Loki in the first Avengers movie. Thorfinn just got tossed about like a fucking rag doll. I forgot to say spoilers, but honestly, I don't care. No, I do care, but I don't know. Personally, I feel like that's not too much of a spoiler. Anyone that watches the opening or sees Thorkel for the first time knows for a damn fact that Thorfinn is strong, but not that strong. That is absurd. And it's like, yeah, it seems like Thorfinn's taken quite a few L's now. But you gotta realize he is still a kid. Be it maybe like a teenage kid by this point, but still a kid. Doesn't even have a badass beard yet. He's not even nearly as tall as his dad was yet. He's still a beast. He's still a kid. And then we had a hell of a cliffhanger from Demon Slayer this week. I'm not gonna spoil that. But I can't wait for the next episode. I kinda wish anime sometimes did like how some American TV shows do, you know, like 2 or 3 episode specials where they just give you a couple at once instead of once a week. But I know that would probably be like a lot of work on the animator's part, the studio's part. And I don't think that's really been done ever. by them, I might say. I'm not entirely sure. From all the animes I've watched over the last couple of years, that's not really been a thing that they do. But I haven't watched anime for as long as some people, so maybe they have done it. I know on Toonami they did, but that was just because the anime episodes were already out, and so they just decided to run a little bit of a marathon. So that's different. Fire Force was also a bit of a cliffhanger. Honestly, I'm just glad to have so many animes to watch that are engaging and interesting. It's been pretty good for the last couple of years, honestly. It's just a constant flow of intriguing animes. I've used far too many potions for one area. Potions? They're tablets, right? Antidotes. Whatever, bro. You know what I mean. I think I meant to start off with this. I don't think I ended up saying it, though. Earlier I was playing a little bit of Rocket League. And... alright, I don't care enough to fight that. I ended up exploring this area last playthrough, and honestly, none of it was too worth it. There's a couple of twin bloodstones, but if I'm being entirely honest, I don't care to get those, considering my weapon's already at +9. So, yeah. I think the way down is over here, too. May as well just take it straight to the boss. Yeah, I played a little bit of Rocket League earlier. I was feeling good about it. I had a couple of good games in casual, and pretty successful training. We were doing stuff consistently. So I go into competitive, and I end up losing the first 3 games I play. But that was fine, because I immediately won 3 games after that. And then I kind of left it there. So I'm kind of stuck in competitive purgatory. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. I mean, almost too often, where I lose a bunch of games in a row and then I win a bunch in a row, and I'm basically right where I started. So yeah, I'm still Diamond 1. Maybe one day we'll get to Diamond 2. Maybe I'll start streaming that again once I get to Champ or something. Once I get to like Champ 3, maybe I'll start streaming. I'm saying once I get there, like I'll actually get there. That'll take a lot of game time. I mean, if I get a schedule going, I'll definitely make it to Champ 3. Feeling a bit cocky. I think I got it. Alright, let me focus. I kind of want to give tips on this boss fight, but honestly, I'm gonna be entirely honest. Every time I fight this boss, I just get incredibly lucky. Like, I don't find this boss in particular that challenging. It's just a lot to focus on. Because there's a lot coming at you at once. But with the amount of hours I have in Soulsborne type games, like, it's a bit of awareness, honestly. And the headphones definitely help. Like, since there's directional sound, I can always hear that dude with the sword on my ass at all times, especially if I don't see him. I can hear him coming. And then I usually just focus on this guy in the back. And the guy that likes to do both is kind of random, which is why I end up getting tagged a bunch, because I honestly just forget. But if it's one or two, I can usually just deal with it perfectly fine. So for this fight, you just want to be a bit aware, if I had to give a tip. And not get too greedy. Get a couple of hits in and dodge, because this guy is always going to be on your cheeks. And it seems like it would be great to take him out of the equation, right? Because you think you could do that. And you can, especially if you stagger him. But the thing is, this guy always ends up casting spells by the second I'm going to get him. So I'll end up wasting all my bullets on that guy, and almost never getting to punish him for it. And it's kind of hard to lock onto one particular dude and then switch over to another one mid-attack. At least it is for me. Unless they're drawn out a bit like that. Which doesn't happen too often. No, I actually want to kill this guy before the second phase comes, if it's possible. I was way out of range. Wow, he swung with Thanatos. That's rare. And having like a weapon like the Scythe is actually very, very good for us in this fight, because you can hit multiple targets. Especially with your R2 attack if they're all in front of you. Jesus. Yeah, that's why I really wanted to focus on that guy and get him out of here. Yeah, we might actually die this time around. I got lucky last time when I ran in here. But this time around, second phase came through and I couldn't kill that ranged bastard in the back in a timely manner, which ended up to me just getting pummeled by constant fire spells and a random snake attack that went across the map seemingly to come after me. But it's no big deal. We won't have to worry about vials like we did in the first run. I've bought over 100 and I haven't used that many yet. I mean, if it comes to it, I still have the Saw Cleaver here. It's also +9. So maybe if I get one of them low again, I will use it to dispatch of them quickly. But let's be honest, the Scythe definitely looks cooler. And it honestly is more useful for that fight with multiple targets. Especially if you can time your R2 perfectly in between their attacks. Because once you're at the end, like, once this is basically charged right before that spark, you can't be broken out of it. Like, unless you're up against something ridiculously strong that has something with even greater poise. but typically that attack will go through no matter what by the end of it. And it does knock them all back if you don't get a backstab. So it's very useful. I guess this time I'll just have to focus a bit more. I was really trying to target the dude in the back and not really punishing that guy that was chasing me. If you can draw him away from the mid guard, you can almost guarantee that he's going to die by the second phase as well. So let's do this with a bit more. Yeah, what a great start, right? We're gonna grab these. It's the principal one. Bullet missed, unfortunately. That's a bad specific position to be in. I'm just gonna go over here behind this rock real quick so I could dodge his spell. I'm gonna get this guy to my left right now just for staring at me while I did that. What a weirdo, right? We're just gonna mix this up. I don't know what launched me there. I couldn't tell if it was the guy with the sword. They all have swords. Alright, it's combo time, everybody. Man started playing Fruit Ninja with my corpse. Yeah, that was just more bad positioning. I literally put myself against one of the only walls within the entire arena, map, area, kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. The boss arena. And just got sandwiched by a bunch of combo attacks. Perfectly placed. That's what I get for talking about my awareness and calling the boss easier, am I right? I'd be lying if I wasn't a bit tilted after that. But it's not nearly as frustrating as some things that happen in Rocket League, so can't really flip out over it. Not quite. This is only 2% of my anger looking ass. Okay, yeah, now we're gonna die to a snake. This is actually a next level strat that lets you instantly get one shot by any boss. Alright. It's like the whole playthrough is more against the scythe than it is against me. Because the whole point of the second go through was just to use the scythe. But unfortunately, at every single turn, except for when I was in the Chalice dungeons, because of course everything in there is extremely weak. It's like they just don't want me to use the scythe for anything, and they make it look bad in every situation, which is really not the case. Once I get in front of the boss fight, I'll show you my stats briefly, because I think the pig might chase me, and I'm not trying to die to a pig. Let's see. Right hand weapon 1 attack, 346. Right hand weapon 2 is 373. And my skill is at 43, while my strength is at 22. My health is at 42, my endurance is a bit low. I want to put more levels into it, but at this point I honestly don't care. I probably should care though, because that would definitely let me do a lot of the stuff I like doing with my scythe more often. That guy came out of nowhere. I was sure the rock was gonna block him. But Dwayne Johnson has let me down again. Alright. I got smacked by the Tonitrus. Oh man. I really thought he was out of range. I'm kind of shooting early, but you gotta honestly do that. Sometimes it just be like that. I meant to dodge the left there. That's definitely where the Saw Cleaver shines, with its L1 transformation attack. Stuff like that, where you got some stupid ninja weeaboo in the middle of a graveyard trying to run at you with a katana, right? Just give him one of those. It'll send him and his homeboy right back into the corner. Got flamed. I'm stuck on the rocks, yeah. I want them to start their transformation, actually. But I think to start that you actually have to hit all 3 of them, which I haven't done yet. You have to hit all 3 of them at least once, probably, right? Or get one of them, like, almost dead. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna use that time to just bully this man. That's weird, the audio kind of glitched for a moment there. Yeah, that's why this guy's gotta go, because now he becomes the range man. I mean, they all get that ability, but the most troublesome is him. Because this guy's the one that's always going to be chasing. I don't understand. Yeah, that combo probably would have killed me. I saw that coming, but again, long-winded attacks. Nice dodge. Nice dodge by the NPC there. I definitely want to get rid of Sword Guy over there, but he's being a bit passive and sticking close to his buddy. I kind of want to get over here behind this rock too, so I don't have to worry about those spells as much. I'm stuck on nothing. Interesting. Got a bit of health back there. We can stay out of range of his attacks because they do eventually disappear. Of course he did. Interesting to say the least. Fucking yikes, dude. This man keeps coming in out of nowhere. Literally out of left field with these nutty long swings. Absolutely a reach. And I'm probably wasting blood vials here. Ones that I shouldn't be using. Especially not on a boss like this. But I don't want to fight him again. And yeah, that's all of them. I'm probably gonna get bitch slapped out of the corner of my eye by that long katana again. And that'll be that. And then we'll just have to fight him again. I'll let that happen. Yeah, he summoned the snakes, so we are probably dead any moment. Yeah, that's reasonable. I'm just not used to fighting them, honestly. In New Game Plus, where it takes so much longer to kill them than it really should. I forgot to finish my coffee over here as well. Right. Anyways, let's get right back to that boss. There are no other options right now. I mean, unless I decide to go to Cainhurst and fight Logarius, which, let's be honest, is not a better chance of winning at all. That would be ridiculous. I just wanted my health back. We're gonna try and get there with almost all our health and all 20 vials. We definitely would have made it through that if we had all our vials. And just a little bit more awareness, because I was getting slapped around by that dude with the katana. Mistiming my gun. I feel like if I landed that first shot that I did, that went right over the dude's shoulder, that probably would have worked. But as you saw, and as every Area 51 raider already is aware of, if you Naruto run, you can dodge even a bullet. Not joking. No sarcasm at all. That Shadow of Yharnam clearly demonstrated the usefulness of that move. So yeah. So, we're here with 20 vials. Fuck the echoes. I'm here for blood. No pun intended. Looks like I'm only gonna be seeing my own blood because that was a reach. A reach beyond my sight. That's crazy. I've never seen that dude use his Tonitrus this much, if I'm being entirely honest. Luckily for us, his Tonitrus isn't charged with edginess. It has no electricity. Not from what I just saw, anyway. Again, the bullet goes right past him. Interesting. It was good practice for when I get back into Dark Souls, at least. Just gonna bully that guy for a moment. I'm just gonna do a lot of running. Sit the fuck down. Basically. Echoes. Oh, bruh. I saw that ghost over there in the corner. I was like, bro, what? There's an invader? No, it's just I accidentally touched the tombstone. And this is where the fun begins. He didn't rush me as much as I thought he would. That guy's attack is going to glitch through stones most likely, so I can't really use that right now. That was insane fire damage. I could not have predicted that. Battle is like almost instant death. It's not the most entertaining start to a stream, not gonna lie. I could do this all day. Because look, it's either gonna get easier and I'm gonna beat it, or it's gonna get increasingly harder and I'm gonna get tilted, alright? And when you get tilted, it's basically over then and there. You may as well just take a fucking lunch break. Delete the game real quick, take a lunch break, come back later, and give it another go. But nah. I just gotta stop getting slapped around so much by this one dude with the longsword. And then that should be the end of this. Because once we kill him, there's really not much left. And yeah, I should definitely invest into getting more stamina. Because this is pathetic. I feel like we should at least have 30, you know? Like, what if these weapons are plus 9? Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on, bro. Oh, I see. Assault Cleaver has more base damage. What happened here? I'm NA math right now. But I'm pretty sure when you go to look at the stats, one is clearly stronger than the other. So maybe the scythe has better gems, so it's just more boosted. I'm gonna kill this pig for the fun of it. Or not. Or not. I actually fought this pig in the Chalice dungeons for a good hour and a half, trying to get the bloodstone chunks to upgrade the scythe to a +9. And it's not the most fun thing to do. But basically I had to open up this one Chalice glyph, restart it constantly, just to have a chance at getting what I needed. And after an absurd amount of tries, it got done. This is ridiculous damage. Stop. Alright. We landed it. These fire guys are honestly more threatening than the katana guy. With the amount of damage they've done to me so far, like out of nowhere, just ending entire runs. It's honestly a bit ridiculous. If I still had that one rune equipped, that gives you health back on viscerals, I would not have used the vial by now, most likely. because the sword guy's getting bullied by my parries. Bro, that was bull. Yeah, I had to get the punish there, or else I would just would have died. They both reached just then. That was crazy. There were no sounds for hitting him at all there, which was a bit odd. Interesting. Alright. Someone has to die here, or else I'm gonna die. I like how that curved around the entire rock. That was cute. Alright, bro. I'm about to head out. How are all of you still alive? Like, honestly. One of you should be dead by now. Especially you. That's what you get for reaching. Alright. No, please. Please just chill. I really have no quarrel with you. This boss fight is like a group of bullies that don't know how to fight, but because there's multiple of them, you're gonna lose, right? Unless you somehow unlock a fucking Sharingan and can see everything, and you know how to play 4D chess. Because single-handedly, they cannot do anything. Especially this guy. This is like the guy that says, "Oh," after every little insult that someone does while trying to roast you, right? Even if it makes no sense. And now that he's got no boys, he's just quiet. He has no attacks. Nothing, right? It's like that. Like, once you get rid of one of them, the boss fight is honestly a joke. Because only one of them could really throw hands, and the other ones were just spitting stupid shit, right? One could kind of do both, but not really either that well. And then the last one is useless without one or the other, so I don't know. That took me a lot longer than it should have. I'm kind of stuck. Okay, but are you gonna frenzy me? It's not like it matters, because the lamp's right here. Didn't even kill me. That's interesting. People always complain about frenzy, but it never really does anything. Okay, it takes 80% of your health. That's something. That's really nothing against these guys. Because it's not like they hit you after they do that. They kind of just stand in front of you for a moment. Now, the only part where frenzy is nonsense is in the Nightmare of Mensis.
Welcome. What?
Where their attacks damage you and do frenzy, you know? Like, that's nutty. Because there's nothing you can do against that. Other than heal.
Farewell, good.
How many attacks do we have with this thing now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do a bit more. The more stamina we have, the more useful this weapon becomes. I might have to go back into the Chalice dungeons for a bit to try and get some blood gems that are actually worthwhile, you know what I mean? For the sake of just plus 10 damage. Actually, that's not even worth it. Is it? Man, I don't know. That takes the scaling from A to B. Brings it up 20 damage just about. I don't know. Builds in Bloodborne were never really my forte. If that hasn't been obvious enough by now. My first character was kind of just level up everything until nothing sucks. What are those crying noises? I just realized that sound effect's not supposed to be in here. Alright, that's creepy. The second you walk out of that place, the sound effects are gone. Those are the kind of sound effects you hear in Canehurst with those... Is it gone? Oh, I'm dumb. It was the messengers. That's the kind of crying you hear in Canehurst. With those freaking creepy princess-looking people walking around the place. The ghosts. Just constantly weeping. Creepy and annoying. It's very unsettling, to say the least. Great. The stream's buffering on my phone, so if someone comments, that's a wrap. You just gotta rely on text-to-speech now. Again, my guy? Oh, okay. Yeah, you kind of have to be like absurdly quick with your menu to actually be able to use sedatives, or just have them in the quick slot like a normal person. Honestly, I don't really get frenzied often enough to put them there. What was I gonna say though? Alright. Yeah, we're good. I was thinking about making a Bloodborne anime opening. Hear me out, right? I was thinking I'd record some footage. Probably not with this character, but later on, whenever I decide to do this. I've already recorded some, but I was going to record some footage with no HUD. The song I'm going to use is Paper Moon. Maybe. This is a maybe for now, because I'm still just thinking about it. It's not really entirely a thing. But Paper Moon. Possibly the Lee and Lee version, or the Ammo Lee version, whichever one you want to call it. Not the original. Honestly, you guys will see if it goes up. I think it'll turn out good if I end up making it, though. But it's not going to be with this character. And it's going to be hard playing without the HUD, of course. I'll probably heal after every time I get hit, and I'll just be dead. I was thinking of making a Rocket League one too, with the Inferno opening from Fire Force. But at the same time, I'm garbage at Rocket League, and constantly stopping in the middle or just randomly to save clips would be detrimental. So, we'll see how that goes. That one's highly unlikely. But I feel like it would go well if I could just get the right clips. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm fighting this bastard. I remember people in PvP that would try and use like this mist gun or even the flamethrower, and it was never all that useful except for when they were like grouping up on you. Right, so you'd like have one guy in the front with some semi-long range melee weapon that's kind of hard to dodge, right? And then you'd have some asshole on the side just constantly spraying that at you with an insane amount of whatever it takes to use that, like Arcane and Blood Tinge, right? And that would be you. That'd be your ass. You'd just be dead. If they caught you mid-attack and they did that, you were probably already dead. Got a little sloppy near the end of that fight, but it ended well. Right, we gotta go up here, get the Lunarium key, fight Rom's bitch ass, the most boring boss in the game. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know how to run up the stairs, apparently. Perfect. No, you can stay down there. You can stay down there, buddy. Alright. Alright, bro. I'm about to head out. What is he doing? Let's take a look at this thing, bro. Like, what is that? At first glance, it looks like a fly, right? Like, an absolutely horrid fly. Then you look at it again, and it kind of looks like the amygdalas, or amygdalas, whatever you want to call them, that are around Yharnam, you know? Like a mini one of those, but with legs, so it can actually walk around. That's what it really looks like. And it's actually disgusting. Oh, and before we get too far from the subject, talking about anime openings, I wanted to do another Sekiro anime opening, but I'm gonna be entirely honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure I already stated that clearly in the first stream, for the Bloodborne, but I do not like Sekiro, like, at all. I just don't enjoy playing it. And it's not really the deaths, or even the stupid deaths, or the game's premise for that much. It's just the fact that it doesn't interest me too much, and even when I'm doing well, I'm not really enjoying it like I do with Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Like, dying doesn't bother me too much, and the fact that you could revive after you die is fine. But I just don't care enough about that game to invest so much time in it as to make another one of those openings. Which is a shame, because I feel like with, what's the blade called? I want to call it like the Curse Blade or something, but, because I forgot the name of it, but the blade that has like this, it basically looks like Getsugo Tensho. Like, it's just this really cool wave attack that would work perfectly for an epic scene that you'd put in an anime opening, right? But one, why would you want to do that in the middle of a boss fight when you're that far in the game? And two, I feel like it'd be incredibly hard to get the angle while actually doing something that matters, you know? Like, at that point, I'd probably just be striking at the camera or something. And I don't know how to get good angles without using some type of cheat or mod or glitch. Which is really just a shame. On that part, it's honestly just me not wanting to put in the effort to make it.
Welcome. What? Very well.
Which I do have to apologize for, I feel like. But, if anyone else out there has any plans to make it, by all means, definitely do that. Because from the ones I've seen, it's always just people reusing that same Naruto opening song, and it's just like, why? I don't know why people... It's probably because it's a meme, but still. It's just, there's a lot better songs to use and opening templates to use than that one Naruto Shippuden opening. I can't remember the name of it right now for the life of me. But you've probably heard it before, even if you're not a weeb. There, I finally got rid of all those. Honestly, guys, fuck ROM. I'm not doing that right now. It is 10:42, alright? So, here's the deal. I will stream this game tomorrow That is the plan. If I don't stream it tomorrow, it might be a week from now. Because school starts on Tuesday. And I do intend to take it incredibly seriously this time around. More serious than last time. So the plan is to have a lot less free time, basically. And I know that's like always the plan when school starts, and then I end up losing a lot of enthusiasm and motivation. But I don't know, guys. I'm trying to get stuff rolling. I want to be a lot more productive. So we'll see how it goes around. But let's be honest, no one wants to watch me fumble around with ROM for like 40 minutes and barely get through and then die to the loser after that. I forgot that boss's name too. The One Reborn probably. But I got a couple video ideas ahead, and hopefully I'll be able to upload some before I'm too bogged down with school. And even then, like, winter break's not that far when you really think about it. That's only like a couple months into the school semester for fall, so we'll continue this, definitely. I'm not gonna delete the character or restart. Promise on that. Maybe the next stream will be something for Dark Souls. Or, Dark Souls, or maybe even Minecraft. I was getting kind of inspired on Minecraft recently. There was this one channel. Let me find him real quick, because he should be in my history list. I'll recommend him to you guys. If you guys want to get inspired for something like Rocket League, I recommend checking out Sunless Khan. If you play Rocket League, you've probably already heard of him. That's kind of a niche community. I'm gonna be entirely honest. But for Minecraft inspiration, the one I've been watching recently is Trixie Blocks. He transforms other people's builds into even crazier builds, and that really makes me want to play Minecraft and try building. And then I realize I don't like gathering materials to do building, and I don't like playing in creative. Man. But yeah, other than getting sidetracked and just going on random rants, I'll talk to you guys next time. This was a bit of a short stream, and I'm sorry for that. I really did want to play Bloodborne, but those shadows took way too much of my time. And I don't intend to waste everyone's time with extremely boring boss fights entirely. Especially not on a Sunday night. I say that like anyone's watching. That's also a bit demoralizing. But it doesn't bug me too much. That's the norm. If you're watching this in the future right now, that's the end of the stream. For real this time. I'm not going to go on another rant. I'll talk to you all next time.